Hello there, Heidi here. Today I'm talking about metadata. I have a partition table in a dataset called bottles sold, and I am looking, if you click on it, you can actually see the metadata. You can see the schema, the details, and a preview of the data. And within the details, it gives you the table size, the number of rows, when it was last created, its modified time, goes down to the level of partitions, what's partitioned by. In my case, it's a field called date. And I've also created a partition expiration date of 2 years, which is 730 days. Now you can also query that through SQL or through code. If you wanted, for instance, to get the um, last insert date in your table, you can run a normal query, which is select max date from your table, um, which will incur 3.63 megabytes to run. However, if you actually read the metadata, you would incur 0 bytes. So you could read from the same table, and this time I've actually given you all the data. You could specifically query just the last modified time. You just have to add a dot tables at the end of your table, end of your data set, name, and then you can say where table ID equals your table name, and it will bring back all this details. As you can see, your creation time, last modified time are in milliseconds from 1971, so you can convert it using the date timestamp. And as I said, it occurs 0 bytes. However, if you were just looking for the last time data was inserted into a table, then I would recommend that you actually run this query, because any alterations, updates to your table will update the modified date. So if you're just looking for the last inserted rows date compared to the last time it was modified, you would choose one or two of those options. Now, BigQuery also gives you the option of drilling down into the particular partitions, because in partition tables, it actually is a whole row of tables. Each partition within that table is an individual table stored by its date, and that will be your partition ID, and that is your date there. And each one of those also has metadata, which is the total number of rows for that particular date in your partition table, and when it was last modified, and if it's still active. If you wanted to actually do that and here that actually to query costs 10 megabytes to run. So it's not actually free, where your normal metadata read is free. If you're reading the wrapper on the partition table as the table name. If you wanted to alter your table like I did to age out your data, you can actually do it through an altered table. So that's changing your metadata. And you can set your options to expire within 730 days, which is what you saw when you saw my table. I actually have expired it to 730 days. Right, that's it. Enjoy playing with BigQuery. Thanks, bye.